All right. Who's next?
Do we want to do running or hiking?
I'm curious about the running thing.
Running?
Yeah.
Okay. So we interviewed Hellah. He actually has a YouTube channel. He ran across America recently. He runs every single day. He's on his 1,500 and something day of running right now.
My name is Hellah Sidibe, and I'm obsessed with running. I've been running every day since May 15th, 2017. And after I run today will be my day 1,946 consecutive days. I've missed a day. And I've also run across the U.S. I ran from Los Angeles, California to New York City, New York. And I just recently did my first 100-miler trail, ultra, elevation, whatever you name it.
And the thing I found crazy, he finished his run across America, and then he ran the next day.
We met him at the Apple event.
Okay, when someone runs across America like Forrest Gump, they're taking breaks every night and then just running a bunch of miles every day.
Yeah, he said he was running about 14 hours a day of running.
I'm spending 8 to 14 hours a day on my feet running.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he did it in 68 days or something.
But this is just high-level recreational. He's not a professional runner.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, if you're racing, that's
He's
one
not
thing.
A sprinter, yeah.
If you are running high-level recreational way more than a normal person, which that sounds like he is, then maybe he's in that blurred area.
Yeah. I mean, he's not in the Olympics doing sprinting 100Ks or whatever.
But he does run races, and he made sure to bring up that the Apple Watch Ultra does have some features specifically that would be good for competition.
Right. Okay.
So some interesting features they're adding, they're doing track monitoring detection, which is interesting. He said that would be possibly helpful for training, but that he doesn't really run on a track. The main things that he's really excited about are things like the action button, because he mentioned that when he's running a lot, when he's running far distances, he sweats a ton. Mm-hmm. His fingers get sweaty. He's wiping sweat off of his forehead. And then when he's just trying to change things, it's all soft touchscreen button based.
Yeah,
he can't sometimes it doesn't register,
can't relate,
has problems.
Yep.
So having the physical buttons was really important for him.
If you're really running and you're tired, you're sweaty, sweats are getting in your eye, you find yourself doing this, the action button is very important. I think that's should be familiar with anybody active, whether you run or you're outdoor, trail, hiker, whatever it is, just making it simple.
The biggest thing though is so when he's about to run a race, he's going to run a marathon or something, the Apple Watch, it's a very specific thing, but it has this countdown where you press start exercise and it goes, okay, we're starting. 3, 2, 1. And this guy wears 4 watches because he wants to compare all of them all the time and have the data on every single.
Oh, he's intense. This guy. Okay.
He wears 4 running watches. Mm-hmm. All of the other ones have a similar action button thing. You press it, it goes. But this one, he's like, all right, on a marathon, I got to press it 3 seconds before they blow the horn.
Oh, God. You see runners on the line right before a race. Everybody has their hands on their watch, right, to hit the start. But with Apple, you got to time it where 3, 2, 1 goes by the time they blow the horn or shoot the gun to go. So when I was at New York City Marathon race start, when they were 5, 4, I waited till I heard 3, then I hit start. So it counts down. So it starts exactly versus waiting till I hear 1. When I hear 1, I can just hit boom and then go. Those watches do that. Apple doesn't do that.
He also really likes the dual frequency GPS because he runs through cities, especially when he was doing his across America thing. He was going through cities and stuff.
Yep.
When you're going through cities, the GPS is terrible.
Yeah.
And he loves his metrics.
I'm actually excited about the new GPS also as well, the L1 plus the L5, because now you can have accuracy when you're in buildings. And sometimes I will say, as much as I love the other watches, especially Garmin, the GPS sometimes when you're in a building, you're like, there's no way I'm running at this pace. You just know it with your feel. And you're Apple seems a little more what I feel like I'm running by feel right now, even though it's not picking up the GPS maybe as much as it should, but it is a little more on what you feel like your body's moving at that pace. So
interesting.
Big thing he loved was the battery life expansion.
Actually, when I saw 36 hours, I was like, thank goodness. That is big. And then when I saw the 60-hour extended potential battery, I was even whoa.
Mm-hmm. He basically said that when he was running across America, and then he also did an ultra recently, which is about 100 miles. Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Sick.
the watch obviously wouldn't last that long before.
So it took 27 hours, 44 minutes, and 9 seconds.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah,
He literally passed off the Apple Watch, the dead Apple Watch, to one of his teammates who was like driving alongside him. Mm-hmm. They took it, charged it for him, and put it back on him at like mile 60.
So 60.9 miles, 16 hours. That's when the Apple Watch did the 10% warning sign. So I left it with my crew at that point to charge it up, and I picked it up around mile 80 something to finish the race with. Yeah.
Yeah, because it takes a while to charge.
Yeah.
It would take like a full 40 minutes of however much running you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Which is crazy. So he thinks that he would be able to do a full ultra with this, especially with the 60-hour low power mode.
Which is coming later this year.
Later this year.
We'll have to check that out.
Yeah. But he was already just stoked about the 36 hours of normal usage because he said like 90% of the stuff he does on a day-to-day basis that will work for.
The biggest thing that was an issue with me with Apple Watch was the battery life, because as I got my runs longer and as I'm doing longer distance, ultra distance, the battery doesn't last as long. Even the run across America, I had to get a different watch because I don't have time to keep charging, and it's wasting time because I'm spending 8 to 14 hours a day on my feet running. So to wait an hour or 2 hours to charge the Apple Watch was taking daylight from me.
Which probably means 99% of most of what everyone else is doing.
Yeah, or like 99.9, yeah.
I'm getting the feeling, I'm getting the feeling that the Apple Watch Ultra can cover more close to the absolute maximum use case than it did in diving, in running. Mm-hmm. Like, what is the absolute peak, like critical information of like running and training? It's like, okay, I need to measure exact timing of things. It's a stopwatch. It's maybe GPS location and splits and pace and things like that. And like the watch is already really good at that. And now the dual frequency GPS will be better at it.
Battery life.
And battery life for long runs. And if it's good enough for this guy who's running 14 hours a day across the country, I don't see very many runners who need a separate, dedicated, even better running watch.
Yeah.
So that's tracking pretty well for me.
Right now there's like Garmin's and stuff that are also used for that. But he's like, I don't know. He said basically the only thing that Garmin and a couple of the other companies he uses has over the Apple Watch is mostly battery life, because those last for like weeks at a time.
Yeah.
So I run with Coros Apex Pro. That's one of them. And I did the Transcon with this, which is the Garmin Phoenix 6 Pro. And then this is the Wahoo Element Rival. And I will say this one does best with a battery because I can go 2 weeks without charging this.
But the diving was also like, it does most of the things that you want to do in recreational diving too. And the UI is way better. So yeah, I think the edge case might be a little bit wider because there are probably more technical divers than there are people that the Apple Watch Ultra is not enough for them for running.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right. You can go beyond the diving capabilities of this watch, but it's really hard, it sounds like, to go beyond the running capabilities of this watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Sorry, Marques.
I was going to say, is he going to get one or not?
Oh, yeah. He said he's absolutely.
He was at the event. We talked to him for.
Oh, and he's going to get one.
Yeah.
They're sending him one, but he said he would absolutely. He was going to buy one anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah.
This doesn't really have to do with his running per se, but one thing he said that I thought was kind of interesting is that when he talked a lot about how most of the other running watches don't function well as a straight up smartwatch, which didn't matter a ton to him, but he appreciated that if you're out wearing a Coro or something like that, and it's like a clear running watch, people look at him and go, oh, you're a serious runner.
If you see a Coro on my hand, you might think, oh, he's an active person. He probably runs, or a Garmin. He's probably. But if you see an Apple Watch, you might not even guess that. You might just be like, oh, he just like to have an Apple Watch in his wrist to have time. Maybe use it when he needs to. But it's like a sleeper. Because you might think you can guess who I am, what I am, but you never know because I can be either or. So that's also fun.
And he likes that if he's wearing the Apple Watch, people won't all of a sudden assume all these things about him. He said it's kind of like a sleeper and it's fun because people don't really know like what he's about.
Yeah.
For now. I think that might change when the commercials show up on TV, but for now, that's an interesting.
Yeah. Some of the other things too was that he really likes the compass and he really likes the waypoints, because that was the other feature that one of the other watches had was if you were like going on a run that was basically also kind of a hike because you're running through a forest or something and you're doing trail running.
Sure.
Yeah, he said that another one of his watches has a literal like map that shows you like which direction to go, whereas some watches are just like go in this general direction, you know? And so like having the unlimited waypoints that you can just drop with the action button if you want to, and then having it be able to guide you back to each individual waypoint or just do it backwards.
Yeah.
Like it'll just take you back the same way.
Backtrack.
He really, really liked.
But I have a reroute, like bring me back on the Garmin Corals. I just hit the Garmin one and you see yourself on the path of the map. So I think that's really cool. It's not a compass can help, but like seeing yourself on the actual path, I think that's very important.
Also the 68 decibel like emergency
86.
sound. 86? Yeah,
It's
86.
so loud.
86.
I heard it in person. It's very loud.
Yeah, oh really?
Yeah,
Really?
it's pretty good.
Yeah, he was pretty excited about that because he was like, I just feel like that if I'm running in the middle of a forest and I trip and like break my leg,
It's a good peace of mind.
it's a good peace of mind thing.
Sure.
So he was extremely stoked about this thing. He was going on, I think we talked to him for like 45 minutes.
But it had one thing that I love, that pinging SOS. If it's a fire station, whatever area, they can be like, this person needs help. Like they can tell that this is like I need help kind of noise.
He was so amped.
Have you ever used a compass?
Me?
Like really used a compass? I haven't.
on like long hikes, there are moments where you know a general direction you're going is supposed to be one way. So when you come to like a trail that's not marked very well, like it could be beneficial to think like, I know in general I'm supposed to be heading north. This trail that looks like it's heading east is probably wrong. And I just like the extra like knowledge of that just like makes you feel a little better knowing you're probably going in the correct direction.
Got it. I'm exposing how little trail hiking.
I think it's like when you go a little deeper into the wilderness and like things are 10 plus miles, it helps.
Okay.
I'm not really an outdoorsy person, but my watch has a compass built in, and I use it all the time when I'm getting off the subway in Manhattan.
Oh.
And I know I need to walk north from this stop.
Wow, that's really
so
smart.
as I'm going up the stairs, I can be like, that's north.
That's actually probably
dope.
going to be the
Like,
number one use
New
of
York
compass
City
for me.
completely like uptown, downtown. Sometimes you have to walk like half a block.
Yeah,
to
because
know
the
which
GPS
direction.
is so bad in cities.
You're like, walk 1 block north, and you're like, okay, well, what is that? You
do
just
the-
check your watch.
The double 360 to get your iPhone compass.
You pick
to
the wrong way
engage
every
and-
time. It's like USB.
Yeah,
You just
exactly.
Immediately walk the wrong way.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching this clip. Little game between all of us. Since we got these brand new whiteboards, and since everyone should be pressing the like button on this video, let's see who can draw the closest looking like button on the whiteboard. Marques knew what I was going to say as I was saying it. So whoever, you can vote in the comments.
Thank God.
Oh man, hands are the hardest thing to draw. You know,
for
that.
real.
You know,
I
that.
do. I understand. That's funny. Oh my God.
Mickey Mouse thumb. Jesus Christ.
There we go.
Hold on.
Is that a
I think mine looks
finger?
more like the Facebook one now that I think about it.
Oh, they look similar.
I feel
How
like
do you, I guess that's
just trace your thumb.
just trace it.
What do you mean? This.
Just put your thumb on the whiteboard and trace it at the same time. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
All
Okay, we
right.
can't make fun of mine. That's
There we go. Leave it in the comments. Favorite, closest to like button, while also pressing the like button.
Marquez's does look like the Mickey Mouse one.
what the glove.
The
on.
gloves, yeah. Wait, can I see yours, Andrew?
It's uniform garbage.
It's got an extra thumb.
Thank God
An
we
extra
have him.
thumb?
What's the bottom finger?
Thank God
It's
we
his
have
cuff.
Oh.
I think the
Wait.
Facebook one has like a cuff on the bottom.
Oh,
and
I
I
didn't
think
even
that's
know.
what I'm thinking.
I
of.
didn't realize you had a
I
cuff.
wish one of us was like insanely good and could do like the handsome Squidward hand.
It's not me.
Thanks for watching this clip.
I'm gonna redo this.